of this concept, or what is the future of this topic, or what these can this survey predict in 10 or 12 or 15 years down the pipeline? So to predict what's going to happen in future, we made an effort to link or to stretch what was done or what was researched by previous researchers or marketers, and we took those points, predicted according to that, and how will these points have a relevance in the coming years. So, and it was very well explained by Shubhajit. So the first one is word of mouth. Now you might question me like word of mouth is a part of brand awareness or brand promotion, but we deliberately segregated these 2 points to lay an more emphasis on word of mouth, because word of mouth is basically an intentional or an unintentional promotion of brand when two people are having conversation, and it could be driven by the organization. A lot of organizations used to like approach to customers and say like talk about our brands, and a lot of companies didn't used to, like they didn't did that. But now things have changed. The concept of word of mouth is changing, or in a better way I would put it, it's evolving due to the advent of digital media or digital marketing. Now I don't go to people like, I don't like, if anybody says me like this product is good, you should, or this service is good, you should use it, and I will just not believe him, and I will buy that or avail that product or service. I will search it in Google. Okay, so that word of mouth is kind of you might think is kind of lost its relevance, but it's not. It has emerged in a new way. Now in the world of digital media, links, shares, engagement, impression, retweets, it all matters. A brand focuses nowadays, a brand focuses to be online and its online presence, and it focuses on its online presence. Now when a brand is advertising in Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, whatnot, they are focusing on knowing the feedback from customers by looking at the engagement, how much the post, how much share the post is getting, how much what people are commenting on that, how much retweets is getting if I talk about Twitter, or how much impressions is getting if I talk about Instagram. So now, if like earlier, a decade ago or a couple of decades ago, when if 10 people or 10 of my friends would have said like this product is good, you should buy it, I would have gone to the store and bought it. But now even if 10 people convince me, like tell me for a month to buy a product, or to avail a service, I would like be not content, I will not buy it. But if they share it on social media, and I will definitely have a look at it, go to that company's page, go to that brand's page, and if I get more good reviews, and if I see that the comments in the comment section, the reviews are good, then I will not then go out to Google and search about the product. I will just go to Play Store or go to the shop nearby or an e-commerce site and avail that product. So this is how word of mouth is changing. Now next is availability. Now availability is a very important factor, and it has been uh, purely depicted in our survey, in where the questions were availability. People shows that availability matters a lot, and the availability is also now changing when it comes to emergence of e-commerce. Now if I say, a couple of decades back, we used to go to store to buy groceries. Now also we go to stores to buy groceries. But in the coming years, and it already has been changing due to the especially pandemic, e-commerce websites like Flipkart, Amazon, Big Basket are getting a huge amount of income from, because people are believing them, people are buying from them, and not only they are not going out of their house, the products are being delivered to them at their location, and sometimes without a fee, sometimes with a fee, and most of the times without any delivery fees. And this plays a very key role when it comes to availability of the product. Where grocery stores are losing their relevance, And one more thing that affects this availability and is going to affect in the coming years is the invention of 3D printers. If you're aware what a 3D printers is good. If you're not aware, then you might check my blog. It's going to be soon. I will write about it. So, talking about 3D printers, a basic thing, a printer that prints three-dimensional objects. And by what I mean, you can print a box, a can, or a bottle maybe. Okay, so things are and these might not be FMCG products, and you will now ask how that relates to the FMCG products. It is fascinating, but by using 3D printers you can make chocolate bars, and it is practical, and it is viable. People have done that. You just need to you just need to provide that particular serum to the machine, and it will just give you and a few input in the software, and it will give you an edible chocolate bar. Just think of that. 10 years from now, you have a 3D printer at your home, you want a chocolate bar, you just download the outline from an online website, and you bought the serum, which is you can buy any serum, like or such as there are a lot of companies providing chocolate syrups. You can buy that, and you will have a 3D printer at your home, at your desktop, and you can eat chocolates anywhere. And it is not limited to chocolates. Now you cannot make other FMCG products such as cake or noodles. But in the coming years, I'm pretty sure technology will develop, and we will be able to get those. Just think of that, like there are a lot of websites now. Those who provide this not chocolate product, not edible products, but other designs which you can print digitally, and it's free. Like a website is their Thingiverse, so you can go and just download a design and print it 3D, it in 3D. Just think of that, like 10 years down the line, you are at a home, you want to eat a chocolate, and Cadbury launched a campaign where you just need to go and download or buy a sample of their chocolate bar and put it in a software in a laptop, and beside you there is a 3D printer in your desktop, and you just got it within minutes. You didn't have to go out of your home. So this is how sophisticated technology is becoming. So next thing is brand awareness. By brand awareness, I mean promotion, how people are getting aware of the brand. So I'm going to just present you a little stats. Listen to it carefully. Okay. So Google India and BCG, it is a consultancy group based in Boston. They projected a report that 40% of FMCG consumption in India will be driven digitally, and the the report highlights that there will be 650 million internet users by 2020, driven by increasing mobile presentation, with the highest growth coming from non-metros. Non-metros means outskirts or the rural areas. From the audience perspective, the report estimates that the online consumers spend 2 times more on FMCG products or FMCG purchases than offline consumers. The report also states, and this is how brand awareness is relevant here. The report states that users are today seeking the three V's. By three V's, I mean video, vernacular content, and views. In the last 2 years, the number
পেঁয়াজ পাঠিয়ে দেয় বেগুন পাঠিয়ে তাও বেবি নাকি ওকে ধরেছে তা ও কি এ বাড়ি ও বাড়ি করা বন্ধ করে দিয়েছে
আচ্ছা আপনি কিছু ব্যাকগ্রাউন্ড মিউট করো
মেয়ের কাছে পাঠাচ্ছি রাস্তা ক্রস করে পাগলের মতো কথাবার্তা বড় হচ্ছে আস্তে আস্তে তো এ বাড়ি ও বাড়িতে তো এ বাড়ি ও বাড়ি রাস্তার মধ্যে পড়ছে
হোয়াট ইজ দিস এই যে যে বলছিলি অর্পণ অর্পণ এ কর শুধু আনমিউট কর করে কথা বল অর্পণ অর্পণ বলছিলি তো
অর্পণ আনমিউট
হ্যালো অভিজিৎ বলছি কি বলছো
অর্পণ
হ্যাঁ বলছি। So in the last 2 years, the number of online video users has grown by 3 times, and the digital video reach is already 2/3 of the TV reach in urban areas. And this next point is very important, and it is that the next wave of users is coming from non-metro cities. The local language content is increasingly becoming important. There has been 10 times growth in vernacular searches, over 2 times growth in watch content for vernacular searches in YouTube and other platforms, and 5 times faster growth of Hindi content consumption on websites versus English in the last year. So due to this advent of digital media and advancement of the technology, these technological objects are penetrating our rural sites and are promoting the vernacular content. Like few months ago, I don't quite remember the ad. It was MNC company. I saw an ad in YouTube where they were advertising. Yeah, so they were advertising in Bengali. That company was an MNC, and they were advertising in Bengali. And it is, and one of the best examples of this huge like growth is TikTok. TikTok grew because, not because it was promoted in urban areas, it was much more famous in the rural areas. And and lot of FMCG companies tied up with TikTok and promoted the brand in there. And that is where this brand awareness is going. Companies like MNC companies, not Indian MNC companies, but companies that are from America or Europe, they are promoting brands, they are promoting their product in vernacular languages that are in India, in the rural side of India, so that the message, that the idea could be in the minds of each and every individual. The next thing is quality. Now, quality plays a very important role. Excuse me. So the quality plays a very important role, and especially it will play an important role when it comes to online shopping and use of 3D printers. Now, we are always like quality conscious, and we always look for if the product is good or not. Though FMCG products are low involvement products, we don't quite research about those products, but the quality matters. If we buy a product or a biscuit or any other FMCG product and we find that the product is not good or the taste is bad, we ignore that product. And the next time we go and search for any other product. And this will be very evident when it comes to online shopping, because we do not trust Facebook and Flipkart that much still. We do not. And with 3D printers also, like now if you buy 3D printers, it's costly, like not that it's 50,000 to 60,000, but you will not be you will not trust them completely with your product. So it will take time, but this belief will build up a foundation. These technologies will build up a foundation in the minds of consumers as the day passes. So the final thing is ego or the emotional appeal. Ego or emotional appeal. So a lot of FMCG companies focus on this. They want to reach the consumer by showing the advertisement that has some deep connection at the psychological level and the emotional level of a consumer. Let's say, as Subhajit also said, that 31% of the ads with emotional appeal succeeded versus the 16% success of ads that focused on rational content. Emotional appeal, advertising with emotional appeal builds or creates patronage. Like, as I said, I have a little bit of patronage with Maggie, and a lot of people have. And it was created with their campaign, because Maggie didn't sell their product, they sell an idea. If you see Maggie's product, they don't show like buy a product, this is Maggie, buy this. They give an idea. They give that this piece of noodle can get ready in 2 minutes. It's like a fast edible product. And other products such as Cadbury, if you see Cadbury's ad campaign, they are brilliant. They don't advertise the product, they just show the product for a little bit or a few seconds, but they focus on the other entities such as celebration. Now, Cadbury has successfully segregated the market, not in terms of geographically, but in terms of demographically, and a new sector of demography, that is culture. Cadbury has targeted India in a way in promoting its culture. Like in Rakhi, you give a different piece of chocolate. For people who are in relationships, you give a different type of chocolate. Now, like silk, it basically represents when a person gives silk to a person who loves. Now, I have bought silk, but I didn't give it to anyone. I consumed it myself. And it doesn't mean that I was not supposed to buy silk. But Cadbury made an effort and created that level of appeal and segregated their products in that way. So coming to the end, a very important thing that if is about the future is digital marketing. And when it comes to digital marketing, the the purchasing appeal of a consumer, the purchasing mentality of a consumer changes, and so did the appealing techniques or the advertising techniques of the companies. There is a concept that was released by Procter and Gamble in the year 2005. It's called moment of truth. Now, there are 5 moments of truth: first, second, third, zero, and actual. So, first moment of truth is when a customer first gets confronted by the product, and it just takes 3 to 7 seconds to get to buy the product. Means you see a product, if you like it, it will just, and means if you like it, and that liking will just take 3 to 7 seconds. And that's why a lot of companies just focus on the story. They just focus on the idea. They don't, and they just show the product for 3 to 7 seconds. It is very evident with the products such as Nike. They don't ever sell their shoes. They don't show their shoes. They just show an idea. They just show some quotes, some motivational quotes, and in the end, they just show their logo and their tagline. Just do it, and it is done also by Maggie. The second moment of truth is, uh, and the second moment is second moment of truth, or SMOD. When a consumer purchases a product and experiences quality, is basically if he is satisfied with the product or not. So the third moment of truth is the feedback that consumers give, and if they like it, they become the advocate of these products. And there was another zero moment of truth that was coined by Google, and it was and it was done because of the emergence of e-commerce websites. What Google did is that they coined the gap which is there. Like you decide to buy a product and then you order it online, and that the tenure, that is the difference of time that is there, in which you research about the product in Google or in Amazon. That moment of truth, and that moment is known as zero moment of truth, where my like I like for if I give a live example, like I wanted to buy a laptop from HP, but then I researched everywhere and I ended up buying Asus. And that also is applicable for all of the FMCG products or every product present online. And the last moment of truth is called actual moment of truth. It was coined by Amit Sharma, and he focused on the tenure that is between ordering the product and receiving it in our hands. And that is where the cancellation of products takes place. And you have also done that in your lifetime when you have ordered the product, but later on cancel that due to a lot of reasons. And it is an important thing for e-commerce websites. And a lot of e-commerce websites are dealing with it. Like Amazon launched Amazon Prime, where you can get delivery in a day. In India, it's still not there, but in America, if you have Amazon Prime subscription, you get your order within a day, within few hours. And they want to curb that negative outcome. They want to curb that chances of cancellation. So now you will ask what this take us to. So advertisement is not like other domains where the research is done, and if after a few changes or evolutions in the concept, it gets obsolete. Each and every research in this field will have an everlasting impact or importance, because it is not about the product. Marketing is not about the product. It's about the idea. It's about the story that a company wants to sell. And to spread the idea, we need, or the marketers need, to understand the psychological and the emotional state of us, because that's what consuming the idea. and it's related to human mind and heart. So if you ask where's the end of this research, I would say there's no end, because we humans need this kind of products. As long as humanity exists, there will be demand of FMCG products. And I hope not this my work was long this year, but as long as we are alive, we will have that demand. And when it comes to psychology, various scientists, behavioral psychologists, behavioral scientists are continuously researching, and researching a brain is like discovering some part of universe. You find one person, and then you see there's a whole 99% you need to discover. And advertisement marketing is very closely related to psychology. And so, as long there is a progress in psychology, there will be progress in this kind of researches. And as long as there is humanity, there are always going to be demand. So this is how I'm going to end my presentation. In the last but not the least, I would like to thank each and everybody present over here to be patient and listening to us, and also everybody in our friend circle or outside of our friend circle who helped us in successful completion of this project, and also faculties, those who because you gave us the opportunity to project to research in this interesting field, and also a special thanks to Somo sir who has helped us a lot in here. And so thank you. This is the end.
Okay, so it was a nice presentation, very good presentation, truly professional. Everybody of you, especially I will thanks to Ruksha, because I know Ruksha has improved a lot in these 3 years.
Thank you, sir.
She has tried a lot and she has improved a lot. আমরা রূপসার ট্রান্সফরমেশনটা খুব সামনে থেকে দেখেছি। আমি আমি জানি আমার সঙ্গে রেনু একমত হবে। রেনু এবং আমি আমরা একদম দেখেছি একদম রূপসা। It was very nice. It was very nice.
From raw Rupsa to professional Rupsa.
Exactly.
Thank you, ma'am.
It was very good, very good. Everybody of you was excellent. Everybody was good. So nice, overall a nice presentation. Thank you. We expect such kind of presentations from you, from our BBA department. So now we will ask you a few quick questions. I will request Renu and Shomo to ask few questions to them, and
Yes, sir.
complete the process. Yeah.
It is really a very wonderful presentation. I know your project is also very good. Everybody of this group has done a fabulous job. It's really worth mentioning that it is a project of certain height, and the way you defend your project is really hats off. It's really good.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Really excellent. It is really splendid. Actually, I do not want to ask you many questions. I want to know, Orpon, mainly from Orpon, don't you think that celebrity endorsement is very much needed in respect of promoting the FMCG product?
Yes, of course, it is very much important, and not also about celebrity. It also goes to the point of influencers or those who have a strong social presence. Because as I mentioned that about
I just want to know, how do you think, how far celebrities according to you, how far celebrity endorsement is important in promoting an FMCG product?
The first important thing about celebrity endorsement is, and how that is so relevant and how it becomes so important, is because we think celebrities as heroes. So whatever they say, we believe in it. And as I said, FMCG product has a kind of emotional appeal, and gathering those celebrities and including them in your advertisements creates that reach in the hearts of the minds, or in the subconscious mind of the consumers, where they think that okay, Salman Khan is endorsing thumbs up, so I will drink thumbs up, and I will not become like Salman Khan, but have kind of an irrational physical image of him. And that's what creates
celebrity endorsement is so much important, is so much necessary, that already Coca-Cola has removed Salman Khan from their brand ambassadorship. It is right now, most probably Sonu Sood is the brand ambassador of Coca-Cola, right? Considering his image.
Yes. Right.
Yes.
The thing. That is the thing. Celebrity endorsement is one of the basic criteria to promote the FMCG product and to have a everlasting impression in the mind of the customer. You need to add that, Baba. Huh? Shubhajit.
Yes, sir.
Shubhajit. Fantastic, fantastic. I
Thank you,
just
sir.
want to know how far the availability of the product is essential for
Sir.
FMCG product.
Sir, for FMCG products, the availability matters the most because FMCG products, we use them daily. Okay, so we need them on a daily basis. If I need some FMCG products and I go to the market and don't find the products available over there, then I will be facing problems. So from a customer point of view, so this is why FMCG products should be available everywhere in the market.
It's okay. Bharat. Bharat.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
How are you?
Very good, sir.
Nice to hear from you that. Right now, what is brand awareness?
Brand awareness is the people's amount of knowing of a particular brand, what products they offer, what services they offer, and it's the general populations of the people's awareness about a particular brand, basically.
Okay. What I want to know is that how far packaging plays a part in creating brand awareness in FMCG sector.
Okay, so this is a good question. Suppose if there is a packaging for Amul India, the Amul so
Bharat,
yes,
I'm
sir.
not getting you.
Yes, I am little nervous.
Why? Why you are nervous?
You have given a fantastic presentation.
Yes, and presentation was very good, very good. Everybody.
যেটা বুঝছি সেটা বল।
প্যাকেজিং একটা খুব একটা ইম্পর্টেন্ট কাজ করে কেন কি একটা ভিজুয়াল আপিল যেটা দেয় এটা বাংলাতে বলছি অসুবিধা নেই তো হ্যাঁ so packaging is a very important factor because of the visual appeal it provides to the consumer, because when they see a particular packaging of a product, it is ingrained in their mind that the packaging is there of a particular product. Like if we consider a processor of AMD, which has a very good design process of red and other attractive colors, but on the other hand there is Intel, which has a packaging color of blue. They have both very attractive colors, which has a positive impact in the consumer's brain.
Okay. Pratima.
Yes, sir.
What is promotion?
Promoting any product or any product.
Make it fast. We don't have much time in this session also.
Ruksha, what is words of mouth? Subhajit has explained it brilliantly. Subhajit has explained it brilliantly. Okay, Renu ma'am.
Yes,
You
sir.
can ask question.
Renu,
Okay, sir.
ask few questions to them. Quick questions.
Okay.
Left only.
Okay, sir. So I really appreciate you, all of you, for your brilliant work you people have put forward for us. And the best part of the presentation is that you people have tried to explain each and every concept by giving an example. So this is something which I have not seen in the previous presentation so far. And this is something really appreciable. So my question is open to everyone of the group members. What do you understand by brand repositioning? Any one of you? What is brand repositioning? And if
In
you
our
can support it
mind,
with an example.
In our mind, every product have some position in our mind, like Johnson's baby products, which is for newborn babies. So this concept is psychology. So if one day Johnson starts Okay, ma'am.
Can I say?
Products. Yes, say.
Yes, so brand positioning, let's আমি একটা এক্সাম্পল আমি একটু বাংলায় বলছি এক্সাম্পল দিচ্ছি লাইক এখন স্যানিটারি প্রোডাক্টস মানে হাইজিন প্রোডাক্টস এর অনেক ডিমান্ড তো এতদিন হাইজিন প্রোডাক্টস শুধু পাওয়া যেত কাইন্ড অফ in pharmaceutical shops but now it's available in all other stationery shops grocery stores so companies are changing like with the increase of demand there and increase and so they are basically changing the availability of the products so that each and everybody could get and that is what brand positioning is so because যখন দরকার পড়ে তখন এই পজিশনটা চেঞ্জ করতে হয় যেখানে আমরা ব্র্যান্ডটাকে দেখাচ্ছি বা প্রেজেন্ট করছি
Okay, so what is brand extension?
It is extending certain product line to a certain brand it is very common in FMCG companies like Parle made a hide and seek they also made hide and seek bourbon kind of thing and they increase their types of products with the label of the same brand name.
So will it be a brand extension, Arpan? Because they are already in the biscuit market. So if they are making hide and seek, then
No, they are making hide and seek. The brand name is hide and seek, but that are cookies, and they're also making other type of cookies like cookies filled with chocolate, and that is also under the brand name of hide and seek.
Achha, what do you understand by the term mascot?
Mascot is
mascot is like যেমন আমুলের আমুল বাটার তো mascot is something like not a celebrity image like a something just promote with them যেমন
animated image
হ্যাঁ animated image like আমুলের সাথে যেটা থাকে আমুল বাটার and also
McDonald's
হ্যাঁ McDonald's
Bharat.
Yes, ma'am.
What is service advertising?
Service advertising. Service advertising is. I can answer this question.
You can or you cannot, Bharat?
I can't right now.
Achha, Bharat, what are the two disadvantages of advertising?
The two disadvantages of advertisement are the outreach of the advertisement. That is, the advertisement cannot be promoted to everyone that is targeted, and the other disadvantage is the
Bharat, what has happened to you? Why are you so nervous today?
एग्जाम जब बोला कि होगा नहीं तो इसके लिए और वो हुआ नहीं
अरे तो you have become so easy.
Make it fast. Make it fast. We don't have much time left, please.
अच्छा हाँ एडवर्टाइज कंज्यूमर फीडबैक नहीं मिलता है इसके अंदर
Okay, sir, done.
Okay. Okay, so overall your presentation was very good. Thank you, everybody. But Bharat, you are so nervous. Why you don't know?
Sir,
it is right. Yes. Hello.
Sir, I want to ask a question to Arpan. In the presentation page 14, Arpan used this sentence, the step that was overlooked by each and every group till now. So I just want to know which
Yeah. Make it first. Whatever your question, make it first.
What was overlooked?
Yeah, it was overlooked by each and every group.
Oh.
That where does the topic that you are presenting, what is the future of the topic, or what is the future of the survey that it is there, and sir told to present that, and a lot of guys missed that, but we made an effort to present that and remember it. So and
you
I
are
find it both mentioning
your project. You are comparing this whatever you have done. You have done your PPT for 15 pages, and other those we have get the chance of PPT of 10 pages. We can't portray all of the features or something in our project. So when we establish our
come
PPT,
on, you're taking it personally. I didn't mean it personally. Ritik, you are taking it personally.
No, I'm not taking it
I'm not
personally. I am
offending
saying
you.
that you are giving your PPT and you are saying that other groups have not done yet. So that I am doing. So is that in PPT?
We
Is
did a
that okay?
thing. See, there is a concept. We did a thing.
Okay. So
Others didn't,
you add it. You
and
add
we are
it. But
boasting
you
about
are okay. You can add your future scope, but you are adding by that saying that other groups have not done it. Is that okay?
it. Mentalities differ. We two are different people, and we
You
approach in
can
different ways.
you can hear all of us project, then you can set your own project by saying that others have not done it, I am doing it. Okay, is that okay?
I did the same thing.
Okay, okay.
Okay, leave it. Just leave it. Okay, we all are friends. You all are friends. So just leave it. Yeah.
That's not right, sir. In PPT, someone is using, so after taking all of our project, and he's saying that other groups have not done it. Okay, we can't done it because we have get the chance of PPT of 10 pages, and our project is almost about 40 pages. We get the time of 50 minutes, so we can't do it in 40 minutes. So these are all disadvantages we got, and Orpon is doing his PPT for 1 hour 20 minutes almost. He's saying all the topics again and again, and then he's saying,
I understand, but our time is very short. It will only 10 seconds, 9 seconds is left. Okay. Ritik, we will talk later on this issue. But
okay.
I know, but time